Hey guys, welcome back to Harsh-Worded Tenderhearted. Do you believe in soulmates?
Define soulmates.
Like soulmates, like, you know, I don't know, like,
Yeah, right.
feel like everybody has a definition of soulmate. I feel like
They're more or less like the same
Yeah,
across the board.
I feel like the generic thing is like somebody that you're supposed, like the one person you're supposed to fall in love with or whatever you're meant to be with. I definitely think of soulmates more platonically, I think.
Yeah.
I don't even think, okay, so I saw this thing the other day and I was like, true. But it was this thing that was like, I don't believe in soulmates because I want to love somebody on purpose.
Oh, I love
I know.
that.
And I said, I don't believe in soulmates anymore. I was like, that's so true, because how can I say that I live intentionally and believe in soulmates?
That's true. I don't really believe in soulmates, but I do think there are people out there that are better for you than others.
Yeah.
Well, there's better fitted matches and stuff like that. And I think it's kind of up to like, I've always kind of been in the realm where like you make the soulmate, like you don't find them, you build them, sort of thing.
Okay, yeah.
Like not like Build a Bear, but like around kind of like that.
Yeah.
I think it's a conscious effort on both ends to like build like it's a two-way relationship. Soulmates, I think. We're like.
Yeah, and I think that's why I'm having a harder time believing it nowadays, because I'm like, I'm out here saying, I think that everybody you meet, you're supposed to meet.
Yeah.
At that time, whatever, like, I think that, like, I try to believe in right place, right time always.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't spiral. And I think that you meet people by accident, and then everything after that hello is a choice.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
It's kind of up to you, yeah.
Yeah. So it's a choice to further that relationship. It's a choice to not. It's a choice to speak to them a certain way. It's a choice to let them speak to you a certain way. And in every point, something could have been different.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, how do you believe in that and then believe in soulmates?
Yeah. I get that.
And it kind of gives me like damsel in distress vibes.
Soulmates?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of why
vibes.
Because
vibes.
all the Spanish people in fucking planning my quince keep saying, you know, like Mexican vibes.
Oh.
I'm like, I keep accidentally saying vibes.
Is that why you're talking an accent a lot today?
I don't know, because that last one was pretty British. And then the other day on the phone, I accidentally spoke to somebody in an Australian accent.
Interesting.
And I had to convince them that there's nothing wrong with me.
I thought you were going to say you had to convince them that you're Australian.
No, it was a complete accident. And I feel like it kind of feels like it makes relationships feel like a saving grace.
Yeah.
Almost. Or an excuse to be either avoidant or anxious.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, but they're my soulmate. It feels right. It feels right. Okay, but why?
Yeah, I've kind of, that's coming from somebody who, keep in mind, remember, my mom went to that psychic and was like, your daughter's gonna marry early.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
So for a very long time, like, since she told me that, I was like, oh my god, like, soulmates. And then I kind of got, like, I want to say not recently, like, over the past year and a half, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was you. I was gonna say I think it was you, but like nobody is realer to me than you are.
I'm dead.
So I'm like, you're like, hi. If you go into it thinking they're your soulmate, it's not gonna work out.
Well, yeah, because it's like that's what makes you build the boyfriend.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
because it's like I'm supposed to be. No, you're not.
Yeah,
you can be anywhere you want to be.
Yeah, and from that, it kind of made me be like, you know what, this is a choice.
So it's like if you're somewhere, and I've seen it multiple times with people in my life where it's like this person is causing them stress. This person is causing them to be different or causing them to like just feel a certain way, but they're soulmates.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's no goddamn
your
way
soulmate wouldn't stress you out like that. Your soulmate wouldn't cause you so much stress like that.
Yeah, and if soulmates are supposed to fall together, everything past that then should be easy, right?
Yeah.
If you're going by that logic. So it's kind of like contradicting each other almost.
Mm-hmm.
So I really feel like the word soulmate is an excuse.
Yeah, it's just used wrong, I think.
Yeah.
Or like a lot of people romanticize it so much that they'll use it as an excuse.
Yeah. When I think of soulmates, I think of every person in my life I've ever met, because I think that my soul was supposed to meet theirs at that time.
That's good.
Right? It doesn't mean that I'm gonna date. If I dated everybody that wanted to date me and asked to date me, I'd be married with kids 10 years ago. Do you know what I like?
Yeah, I know
what's the reason? Why are you dating this? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I make pros and cons lists about everybody. That's why I'm like, I can like have kind of reasons. I have to put reason behind feeling, because that's what kind of makes it put like fact versus fiction.
Yeah, and I think the big difference between like you who holds this mindset and like other people who don't is that they act on the feeling rather as you act on the reason behind that feeling.
Yeah. And I don't always, don't get me wrong. I've come to the conclusion lately, I have a very soft side that not a lot of people get to meet, and I have a harsher side and a more blunt side, and it's what is seen on the podcast most of the times, right? But I've found that the harsh side listens to my brain and the soft side is led by my heart. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I also hate a label. So like, I would rather, I've said this before, I think though, like I'm okay being a fiance for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I'm okay never getting married, like being common law with somebody for the rest of my life. Because it's like, nothing is promised, even if you put a ring on my finger.
Yeah. Like
so
divorce is a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like I'd want to be sure anyway.
But you don't need the label to be sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like the soft side of me literally doesn't care about a label, because it's like, literally, who cares? Am I happy here? Am I comfortable here?
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah.
Are
a
you
label's
happy
not your
here?
priority.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can act on whatever it is, and that could be the best love I've ever felt. But I've dated this person, that person, this person. Like, it doesn't. Not everybody's your soulmate.
Yeah.
I don't think people should. I think that's when people go into the thing where they're like relationship to relationship, or they feel uncomfortable alone, is when they give in to, like, you don't have to date everybody that likes you.
Yeah.
You know? If the reason that you're dating somebody is because they liked you and they wanted to
That's not a
date
good enough
you,
reason to date that person.
No. If your reason for dating somebody is because you have things in common, not a good enough reason.
No, you need more than that. Because you can have things in common with like how many other people.
Exactly.
Like,
exactly.
it doesn't mean like they're your
who
end
can
all
be
and be
better
all.
emotionally for you, who can like, it like doesn't, like, the dating thing is just so weird to me. Like, I've said before, I don't believe in dating. Like, I'm totally okay being single the day before my engagement.
Yeah.
I'm totally yes.
That's fun.
Because
that's
it's
kind of fun
like,
though. That's like
we could have been so happy and comfortable for the past 5 years. Happier and more comfortable than people that we're dating.
That's true. I know a lot of people who are dating are miserable. And it's like, for what? You don't really have to stay in that relationship. Like, what? Because you're comfortable?
Right?
Like, being in a bad relationship's more comfortable than being alone. It's not.
Right?
Not very good.
And it's like, not even a bad relationship. I'm like, if something feels like it's missing, you can find it in somebody else.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. And I hate that there's plenty of fish in the sea, but there are plenty of fish in the sea. Yeah.
Well, think about it in context. There's how many people on this earth, and then like how many of those people are in your like immediate sphere, like,
or even not in your
or
like,
not in your immediate sphere.
You know,
but,
like it's like
there's so much more out there.
Right.
That could be better for you. Could be worse for you. Could be both. But like, you don't know that.
That's why like I'm so big on people like.
So that's why it's a choice.
Yeah, and I'm so big on people being okay, being strong alone and sure alone, because you're not just going to say yes to anything. And you start to look for, everything I'm looking for is internal. Believe in long distance relationships.
What do you believe in, like, if they can like work?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
I don't think they can.
Really?
Yeah. I think that I'm so heavy on people understanding or feeling vibes.
Yeah, I think it's a lot harder.
Auras. Yeah.
Yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say it's a lot harder because like the physical aspect is so like it's kind of removed from that, and it's like so hard to really get to know somebody when you're not physically with them.
Well, not even. I feel like you could get to know somebody through a screen. Absolutely. I feel like you could get to know everything about somebody, but I could know everything about you and have a different opinion of you when I walk into the room.
Well, yeah, was it you who was like telling me about their friend who has an online friend and they met for the first time and they just didn't vibe in person, but like online they were best friends, but they didn't vibe in person when they met, so then they just stopped being friends.
No.
It wasn't you? I don't remember who it was, but somebody told me that and I was like, huh. Well,
True.
yeah.
I know a lot of people who have online friends that they met for the first time after years of talking, they did vibe.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't know. I think it plays in with my screen time, my what is it called? My resentment towards technology. But because it was a lot harder when we didn't have technology to have a long distance relationship.
Well, yeah.
What, you're gonna sit on the home phone all day?
Yeah, send letters.
Like, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, like that 3-month thing.
Oh yeah, the little 3-month rule.
Yeah. So I don't remember if I've said this here, but 3 months. There's multiple 3 months. There's not just a singular 3 months.
Yeah.
You, especially in a long distance relationship. I've seen people who have been in the same long distance relationship for 6 to 10 years, and then all of a sudden it's over.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like things become different, and you don't really know that person.
Yeah.
I've known people who like will move then, and then they break up because it's like now we have to share everything.
Well, yeah, I also think because like when you're long distance, there's so much room for like ideation of the other person. Like you have to like come up with this idea of them in your head, and then
it's
like,
almost like not reality.
Yeah, and then you meet for the first time, and it's like you're not what I expected you to be, regardless of how well I knew you over a screen.
Right. Well, even I think even if you meet and somebody moves away, that you are both growing.
You're changing, yeah.
Yeah, and that physical aspect is not there anymore, so it could feel different when you come back together, and even if it doesn't, it could for one of you only.
Yeah.
And I always say the 3 months, if you've been dating for 10 years and you've never lived together, the 3 months will start over.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I was reading this thing yesterday. This girl was talking about how one of her plans on like, it was like some TikTok video. She was talking about how one of her plans for this year is like her and her boyfriend are both saving money to move in together for this year, and then somebody in the comments was like, yeah, no, like I'm never gonna marry like I'm never gonna move in with a man unless I'm already married to them, this that, like that. And then it just started like a whole like comment thread, and like people, like half the people in the comments were like, yeah, but like you need to live with somebody before you marry them, because what if you like don't know how they live, like you don't your perception of them.
I lived with somebody for 3 years, lived with them, got our own apartment, everything was different.
Yeah.
But we lived, we slept in the same bed, in the same house, came home together, left for work together in the same house for years. We lasted 2 months in that apartment.
Yeah,
with both of our, when it's even this point that both of your names are on the lease. It's like it becomes a union, and it stresses people out. Like it's the 3 months starts completely over. I've have this like theory in my head that long distance relationships, especially ones that last a long time, are for people who lean more avoidant.
Yeah,
it's easier for them.
Well, yeah, because you can just
blame it on the distance.
See them. Yeah, you don't have. Yeah,
there's not even a choice to be hanging out with them every day. Like there's not even, he doesn't even, or they don't even get the chance to make you feel negative, suffocated.
Well, yeah, because you could just take the step back.
Exactly.
You could just be like, oh, I'm busy, sorry.
Well, there's not even a choice because they can't. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They'll come see you next month.
Yeah.
You know, it's easier for problems to get shoved under the rug. It's easier to overlook flaws or red flags. So it's just like kind of like the energy spoons. Place your energy elsewhere.
I love the energy spoons.
I saw something the other day, and it was like somebody said something, and then in the comments it was like, I have so many spoons, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, I didn't think that was a thing until I heard his name's Brady say that, and then me tell you about it, and I was like, that's kind of, love that. I
was like, no, that's true. Put your spoons somewhere else.
Yeah,
that could be good, but even if you're putting your spoons to yourself, make yourself great. You know?
Yeah.
So then the next thing you find is fucking great, because that is not love. Love is not avoidance.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Comfortability is not, you can't be comfortable in avoidance and expect to have the love that you want. And sometimes even with like soulmates and stuff, like when people say that, like a lot of the times, like the vibe is a checklist.
Okay, yeah.
I hate a checklist, bitch. I hate a checklist, bitch. Girl, go work on yourself. Oh, I have a boyfriend. Oh, I graduated school. What are you doing with your life right now? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you feel? You know, I really want to meet Shensia.
Oh, yeah.
I think we would get along so well. But, and it kind of goes with like the ongoing improvement mentality in the sense of like, not in the sense of like the grass could be greener somewhere else, but like if, like it doesn't have to be yours just because it feels right.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
A lot of other things will feel right. Like what's that thing that's like there's a table waiting for you at
there are chairs waiting for you at tables that you haven't even seen yet.
Right. And then it's like it's weird to me because it's like I also don't like dating, especially if I'm not like absolutely sure, which is why I'm literally okay being single until the day before I'm engaged, because it's like, what if you're spending your time at that table, which is preventing you
from going to the other table? Yeah.
This is coming from a girl who wasted half of her 20s. Don't waste half your 20s.
True.
Spend it alone if you have to. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I knew this then, let me tell you, I'd be married with kids. So, but I'm starting to become very, very comfortable with the fact that I wasted half my 20s. I really think I did. I really, like, a lot of people are like, oh, it's not a waste. If I had placed my spoons better, I think I would be in a very different spot right now. But I could say that for the next 10 years. So now is the time to
actually start doing it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So you don't want to waste half your 30s now.
No.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, it's not a waste in the sense that like I have the memories, I have to learn lessons, but I
could have learned them faster
in a healthier place.
Yeah.
You know? I did not have to find myself again that many times.
That's true.
I could have just been me.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
Do not make the same mistake, ladies. Do not make the same mistake. Okay, moving on to our segment today, we are doing
Aqua.
What do we call it?
Aqua.
I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And she was reading Q&A.
Yeah, Q&A, Aqua.
If you could only shop at one store forever, which would it be?
It would have to be like Walmart.
Okay, fair.
Because if I can only shop at one store, it would have to have all the necessities.
That's actually true. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, like it has to have food and it has to have like entertainment and it
Not
has
even a Costco?
They don't really have that much. Well, yeah, that's true. Actually, yeah, that's true because Costco has like you can get like your phone plan from Costco. There's like your eyes. Yeah, you can get your eyes done optometrist. Maybe Costco then.
That's true.
Wait.
Walmart has an optometrist.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Oh, true. Oh, they have a pharmacy there too. Yeah, right? Okay, something like that.
Okay.
Either Costco or a Walmart.
True. I didn't think of that. What if it's a clothing store?
You have clothes at Walmart.
Or an apparel store.
Okay, if I can only shop at one apparel store. That's a good question. What is good quality? And what is timeless? I'm like, I was going to say like Aritzia, but I feel like Aritzia, it's like, I don't know. Because they are good quality, but I feel like their quality's going downhill.
True.
But also, it's like good enough basics. So I wear a lot of basics. So maybe Aritzia, but they also have the trends there too. So maybe Aritzia.
I would literally say like Shein.
Oh, yeah, true.
Dead ass.
They have everything there. Yeah, that's true. If you could eat one thing for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh my god, that was going to be one of mine.
Really?
Yeah, a whole wheat bagel with peanut butter.
Love that. I think mine would be a salmon bagel.
I was thinking.
But like a supreme salmon bagel where it's like the bagel, it's an everything bagel with cream cheese and like with like arugula on it and like. Yeah.
I almost put that on my list.
With
and
capers.
I was like, I swear to God, we've asked this before and I said whole wheat bagel and you said salmon bagel.
Maybe we did.
But maybe not.
I don't know.
I could have made up the memory in my head. How far would you move away from home? To like live a life.
To live a life, like to settle down and like for like settle down. That's a good question. I actually don't know.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm like, I don't think I could live overseas.
No?
For like if it was like Europe, like I could live there for like a year or two, but I don't think I could settle down there.
Right.
I really don't know. Because I also I wouldn't mind settling down where we live now, but then I also just like, I don't think I could do that without living somewhere first. Like on my own first. Mm-hmm. So I actually don't know. Maybe like the farthest, maybe like cross country. In the same country maybe.
Okay. I don't really care what it's, I don't care.
That's
Like, I don't care how far. Like, my mom wants me to move to Australia. I'm okay with that. Like, I'm okay raising kids in Australia.
yeah.
I'm okay moving overseas. I've always said I need a village, but it doesn't
You
have
make
to
your
be
own
mine.
village. Yeah.
Does not have to be mine. I'm okay raising family away, or raising a family away from your family. Yeah. And I know that your problems follow you, and I know that love also follows you.
Yeah.
I'm not a big traveler.
That's true.
You know, like, it doesn't matter what it's like over there, because it's like home is wherever you are.
If you found a wallet with a large amount of cash in it, but no ID, would you keep the money, donate it, or try to find the owner?
I would try to find the owner.
Me too.
I believe it. I've said this before. I believe in good karma and good juju, bad juju.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think if I kept it, something would come back and bite me in the ass.
Yeah, I also think that. Also, it's one of like my favorite posts to see on like our City Watch Facebook group. It's like people like, hey, I saw this wallet. Like, do you know who it is? Like, can you get in contact with it?
Right.
Yeah. Or being like, hey, like I found this and I dropped it off at the station. Like, it's there if it's yours.
Right. There's a fucking missing bird in my backyard.
Oh yeah. Forgot about that.
And I tried so hard to find its owner. I think it was let out. We still have not to this day found its
really?
owner. No.
Yeah, it caused a lot of drama on that group page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it went viral in our city.
Yeah.
Like, it was insane. Oh my god. What's your dream car?
I have many a dream cars.
What car do you want everybody to see you driving around the street in? And say that's Kai. Like, driving to work.
An R34 Nissan Skyline.
Okay.
Or an R35. But I like the R34. That one's like preferably.
Love that.
Which one's yours?
I don't know. I used to want a G-Wagon because Kylie wanted a G-Wagon. Or had a G-Wagon, a black G-Wagon. I need a big car. I need a family car. I want a lot of kids. And I'm more comfortable driving in big cars. I've always wanted a truck. Always wanted a truck.
I could see you driving a truck.
Yeah. Like a huge pickup truck. Yeah.
Like a lifted truck.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wish that for you. I hope you get that.
I put it on my vision board.
Because I could see you driving like a big blacked out truck or like a white, like with like the windows tinted, like the big ones.
Needs a ladder to get to
that one. Oh my gosh. Have you seen no, you probably don't know who this is, but there is this one Filipino influencer that I watch, and she had like a partnership sort deal with GMC, and they dropped off a Hummer.
Oh my god, stop.
And it was ginormous. Like, her boyfriend plays like is like D1 basketball player, so he's tall. It looked normal for him. Actually, no, it looked bigger for him, which is like, whoa. And then she stood beside the car, and she looked tiny compared to the car. And I think you should get a car like that.
I'm dead.
Yeah.
And like, I'm better at driving bigger cars. I'm better at parking. I can only parallel park on the first try in a big car.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably because you learned on a big car.
Yeah. And I feel like I'm so short that a lot of times I don't have a full view, even if the seat is all the way up. So.
Oh my gosh, no, literally my dad's sedan, I will have like the seat all the way up, and I still like the steering wheel is still like in the middle of my vision.
Yeah. Oh my god. Somebody in my family had a truck before, but it was an old truck. And it was like everything was manual, like to move the seat and stuff like that. And I had to sit on stuff to drive it.
Really?
Like, I had no vision because it doesn't go up. Like, put a pillow behind my back and sit on a couple of pillows. It was a blue truck.
That's what I had to do when I went to go drive that Ferrari last summer. I had to sit on like a taped up like roll of old race suits because the seat was so low it didn't move more. Like, even if it was at like the smallest setting for the shortest setting, I still couldn't reach the pedals.
Right.
So like I had to sit on that, and then I almost couldn't drive the car because the seat belts didn't go on properly.
Well, now that I'm thinking about it, it's men that go in that car usually, right?
Yeah.
So it's probably built for men. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. It was crazy. I was actually so scared that I wasn't going to be able to drive that car because I really wanted to drive the car. I was so scared.
So, like, sorry, too small.
Yeah. Because they switched me out for another car, too, because they had two of the same car. And then somebody else was using the other one, so they were like, okay, let's wait for this one. We waited for it, and then that seat was still movable, but because the other one wasn't, it was, like, jammed or something. And then I still was too short.
That's so funny.
I know. But if you could create a law that everyone in the world had to follow, what would it be?
I think I've said this before, but body cam footage has to be shown at all court hearings.
Yeah, you have said that before, but that's a good one.
Like, justice immediately.
That's a good one.
I don't know, maybe like something like that. Or I've also thought of kind of like if you surpass a certain point of like a net worth or an income, there's like kind of a requirement to give back.
Oh, love that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Like
kind of
Dolly
forced
Parton.
philanthropy.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like even in the sense that, do you remember how Taylor Swift gave a bonus, a Christmas bonus to everyone on her tour, and everybody was freaking out? I have a mindset that every artist should do that.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy that like
people were freaking out about that, and I kind of thought it was weird that people were freaking out about it.
That's a standard in the workplace.
Yeah, because I thought it was like
that's her job.
I literally was like, she's being praised for something she should be doing anyways.
Yeah, like why is the world like that? That's fucking weird.
Yeah.
And I saw this Facebook post that was like her net worth is this, that's like this percentage of her net worth. That's not considering what if you look up what she made on the Eras tour, it's a .000 something.
Well, really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, yeah, I would assume so. Eras tour was literally going on forever.
Around the world.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, and tickets were insane.
Yeah.
Like, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the .000. She gave something.
Yeah.
Everybody should be giving something.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you see that Dolly Parton, she could have been a billionaire like forever ago, but she's so into philanthropy that she just never reaches that because she's always giving back.
I love that. I love that.
Be more like Dolly Parton.
Be more like Dolly Parton. You know what's crazy too?
What?
That I think about sometimes? Me and Audrey, not on camera, when we were teenagers, sometimes like we did it a couple winters, I think. We used our paychecks that we earned at work and made food bags for people downtown.
Oh, love that. Yeah, you've said that before.
We could have been rich.
Oh.
Just kidding. But like nowadays, like people are getting rich off that. I'm like,
oh
wait.
yeah, true, yeah.
That's the only ick I have with it, in the sense that like, so long as you're continuing to give back, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
But once you make that money and you start making like brands of things and like becoming famous off of it, like that's kind of weird to me.
It feels performative at that point.
Yeah, yeah. Like when you use that money for something else.
Yeah, yeah. If you use that, if you're doing all this stuff and making money off that stuff, but you're not using that money to fund what you were originally doing.
Yeah.
To make
or
that money.
Or just living comfortably.
Yeah.
If you got pregnant tomorrow, what would you do, and who's the first person you would tell?
You, and I'm not keeping it.
No, I'm dead.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, do I want kids? Yeah. Like, would it be the end of the world if I had kids with the person I'm with now? No, it wouldn't be. But like, where I am right now, I cannot have a kid.
Right.
I cannot have a kid, regardless of who it's with. Like, I can't have a kid.
Would you tell the person?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You're probably the first person I would tell.
I feel like I'm at an age where it's weird.
Why?
To be aborting.
Oh, well, you're like. Yeah, because you're at the age where it's like half of people your age are like married,
have
having
toddlers.
Kids. Yeah,
like have like kids going to school already.
Yeah.
Have had anniversaries. Okay, I don't know what I would do, because I've also been okay.
Well, I would freak out first.
Okay, yeah, fair. I was like, you know that thing that's like, are you ready to be a single mom? And the girl was like, yeah. Like that is literally me. Like. You don't need to say if you don't want to. That's okay. But then I'm like, that's weird. Like, can you imagine? I just like ran away with a kid.
Yeah.
She's like, yes.
Well, not like ran away. I don't think you would. You don't run.
That's true.
I was like, oh, not like literally. I meant figuratively.
No, I know.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I know. That's what makes it worse. Oh, that's hilarious. No, that's true. But I feel I would definitely have a mess to clean up. Okay. I would definitely be like, holy fuck. You know what? I would consider suicide, I think.
Oh, would you? Double homicide.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. I've always said this. I say, like, I would have a really fucking hard time looking you in the face after you brought me to abort our child.
Yeah. No, I'd be grieving for sure.
First of all, I'd want you to have nothing to do with it. I'll let you know when it's done. Because I would be a fucking mess.
Well, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I think the relationship would be different. And I don't want to say a baby's a saving grace, but it's like, I don't know how that, it's like April and...
Oh, Jackson.
Yes, when they miscarried or something? Or
no, like, their baby was born with, like, a disease where, like, he wouldn't live, like, an hour after he was born.
Right, right. And it's, like, kind of that thing that, like, there was something that you could have had, and you chose not to.
Yeah.
Or, like, you wanted it not to happen. And then it would, like, fuck with my head so bad that, like, that would be the end, I think.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I think it would fuck me up too.
Yeah. I don't think I could look that other person, especially if they drove me. Because I've had that offered to me multiple times, but I'm like, no. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh my God. We wouldn't be able to look each other in the face ever again.
Yeah, that's true. Because then what if they start resenting you?
Right?
And then you start resenting them and you just do the whole big resent fest.
Right? Have you seen the movie Waves?
No.
You've seen it in bits and pieces on TikTok.
Yeah, bits and pieces.
I was like, holy shit. Okay, that would be me.
I do know the general gist of that.
Like, that scene would be me.
Oh.
Oh my God.
If you could bring back one discontinued food or drink item, what would it be?
Chubbies.
Oh, that was a good one. I didn't think of that. I was thinking about dibs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's my answer, dibs.
Yeah.
I love that.
Chubbies. Yeah, maybe Chubbies. That's the first thing I thought of. Because I was so upset when they were gone.
Yeah, honestly, it was kind of weird, too, because, like, I thought they were getting discontinued, but then I saw them at, like, Food Basics. They're, like, gone now, but, like...
I was like, lately?
No. I think it was just, like, them getting rid of, like, the last of their stock.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, why did they get rid of those?
I don't know.
Those were
good.
I
think it was because when everybody, like, the obesity rate went up and, like, it was more, like, you weren't really allowed pop in school anyway and, like, stuff like that. But I remember when they started introducing like morning workout for everybody?
No.
I'm like, did I go to a toxic school? You don't remember where like the announcements would like play a song and everybody was supposed to do it?
No.
I definitely went to a toxic school. Holy fuck. We would have, I don't remember what they called it. But it was like everybody was supposed to be moving. No. And play a song on the announcements. And it was when the obesity rates were like super high and like they were pushing health and like stuff like that. That's hilarious.
I think it was just your school.
That's hilarious. What was the biggest lesson you've learned from your worst heartbreak? No matter what the heartbreak is about.
Oh, leave the first time.
Okay.
Yeah. Leave the first time. They're not gonna change in love. Like, you know, like you can't count on them to change.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Can't make them change.
Mine is that soulmates don't exist.
Oh.
Or like I have to make myself home. I am home. I'm home. I'm my family, and I'm all that I need.
Home is where you are.
Yes, because somebody could have everything you've ever wanted and everything you've ever asked for, and something will still be wrong.
Well, yeah.
So now I'm learning that there are so many people that check off all those boxes, but they're all somehow different.
That's true.
So, yeah.
If you could live in any TV show universe, which one would you choose?
That's a
and
good one.
What would be your role?
That's a good one. Forever?
No. Let's say like 6 months.
6 months?
Okay, a year.
A year?
I don't know. A week? How much do you want?
Like an hour?
Okay.
If it was a short period of time,
if you're like guest star.
No, literally. If it was a short period of time, Euphoria.
Oh, yeah.
That's the most comfortable for me, I think. I think I could live up to my tramp stamp there. You know what I'm saying? If it was for a long period of time, Superstore.
I haven't seen that.
You haven't seen that?
No.
I used to watch it with my ex, so I haven't seen like the most recent.
I do see clips about it. The clips of it.
Yeah. And I love America Ferrera. Always have. She was in a movie that was on the Disney Channel, and she played a pregnant teenager when I was like younger.
I remember this one. I don't remember the name, but
yeah,
I do remember.
Right?
I do remember it.
And they're like, "Si se puede."
like the whole movie. But I loved America Ferrera, so I watched the show and then I watched it with my ex, and then I didn't watch like the latest seasons, but then my mom watched it, and it's just like so funny. And I used to work at grocery stores, and I'm realizing that like when you work in a department store or a grocery store, like there's roles. Okay.
And the people just fit into the roles.
Okay.
And that's how it goes.
Love that.
And America Ferrera kind of like, she was like a sales associate, kept getting promoted, fell in love with the sales associate that she started off sales associates with.
Okay.
Do you know, like, I love that show. I would live that because it's the most similar to my everyday life.
Nice.
To what I'm used to. And it would be so fun. Like, I want to be at work.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd be so okay living that show.
Mine would be Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Opposite of my real life.
Okay.
I want superpowers.
Okay.
Give me the drama.
I'm dead. I wouldn't know what the fuck to do. At least in Superstore, I'd be like, just stuck in shells. And like,
I'm out here fighting aliens.
I'm dead. I'm like, I want a simple life. So that's all that we have for today. Thank you for watching and or listening.
Make sure you're following us on all of our socials at HWTH.
If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.